Okay, welcome back. I'd like to welcome you if you're just tuning into the to Channel Sports on Sunday. This is the football segment on Channel Sports on Sunday. So glad to have you join us this time of the day. All right, I'm not going to do this alone. The next 20 minutes is where we're going to take you. Make sure you're updated with what is going on, with the goings on in the world of football across the world. We'll start locally, then eventually we'll take you to what's going on in Europe. A Community Shield game will take place today. Now, what you saw before we came into the studio was the game between the under-23 and the Congolese. The last goal you saw by the Congolese is what is actually, making some people feel, keeping us on the edge of our seats, because that away goal might just secure them a passage. Should they defeat the under-23 by a lone goal going into the game later on today. Like I said, I'm not going to do the 20 minutes alone. I have two decent gentlemen in the studio. And together we'll take you through what is going on in the world of football. To my immediate left, as you join us, we'll be Akitude Bada. Good to see you, Bada.
Always feels fantastic to be here talking football, the beautiful game. Like you quite rightly said, today is going to be a decisive one for the under-23 national team away at Congo. Congo, remember, accounted for the Super Eagles not qualifying for the last Africa Cup of Nations. Claude Leroy, the man who orchestrated that defeat right here in Calabar, I think, or was it you? I think Calabar. Yeah, is the same man who's talking tough ahead of this game. That time it was Thierry Bifuma who tore our defense to shreds. They've got a couple of foreign-based players at under-23 level as well that he's counting on. But more importantly for me, I think Samson Siasia has been there, done that. He's gone on those difficult travels in Africa. I remember on one occasion we needed to qualify for, was it the Olympic Games in 2008? Yeah. There was a difficult trip to Ghana. Yeah, and he executed that successfully. So I expect that. I mean, those experiences will count for something on this travel. A difficult travel, it must be said, against Congo. Like you said, that away goal counts for double, so we must cancel it out by scoring away at Congo. And I believe that if the under-23 national team do get a goal away from home, they will qualify.
So we are good with the draw, basically. All right, Larry, it's good to see you as well, too.
Always a pleasure to be in the studio.
I'm looking forward to a lot of games this weekend.
Definitely, so many games. Domestic league, we have double headers in the East. I would like to call them the Oriental Derby. A lot of people are looking at Rangers and Imba, forgetting that Ifeanyi will also be taking on Abia Warriors. So fantastic derby, so to speak, in the East. And then the biggest of them all would have to be the Community Shield. We saw one yesterday in Germany, the Super Cup, Pep Guardiola losing an opportunity to actually add to his trophy cabinet. But it's an opportunity for Wenger to see if he can defeat Mourinho for the 14th time asking. For the first time, 14th time asking. For the 14th time asking. In 13 games together, I mean, between the two of them head-to-head, Wenger has only managed 6 draws, 7 defeats. This is the 14th time of meeting. It could actually be the first time.
Okay, so all focus will be at Wembley. That's where the game will take place. That's the game between Arsenal and Chelsea. Now, Mourinho is already playing his mind game, saying that, I mean, it's more like a friendly. So why would he lose his sleep if he should drop that game to Arsene Wenger instead of beating Wenger? That's what he claims.
I'm sure
you have something contrary.
Mourinho always wants to win games. He can want to downplay the importance of this game, calling it whatever he likes, glorified friendly and all whatnot. But we know that teams always want to get their season started on the right note. It was a glorified friendly yesterday, but I didn't see Pep Guardiola smiling after losing to Wolfsburg. Every team that is contending for trophies through the season would want to get the season started on a fine note. And Arsenal, this game last season, put City to the sword 3-0.
They're like defending champions going into this game.
Well, I don't think there's anything like that. But they'll be looking to do,
All right, so we'll come back at some point in time to talk some more about the game Arsenal against Chelsea. That's what you saw on your screen. But quickly, let's take you through the NNL, the Nigerian National League. We'll take you through the games that took place over the weekend, yesterday actually. We saw Jay Atete play First Bank. The game ended 1-0 in favor of Jay Atete. Bendel Insurance defeated Atiba United 3-2. Adama United played 2-1 over Kaduna United. We saw Supreme Court FC play 2-0 over Jigawa Golden Stars. Katsina Spotlight defeated Kogi United by 2 goals. Ekiti United 1-0 over Prime FC. Abia Commerce played 2-1 with Crown FC. MFM, the good MFM, played 4-0 over Gateway United. Aqua Starlet played 2-1 over Nembe City. I'm very comfortable with MFM defeating. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but we've seen MFM defeat Gateway severally. I mean, they're like the Waterloo for Gateway anytime they come to Lagos. That said, about the NNL, let's take a look at the NPFL. 2 games were played yesterday in the NPFL. We saw Dolphin play 3-1 over Nassau United. Not many people are used to seeing that Dolphins score as many goals in the Premiership, but again, they did it over Nassau United. 3-1 in favor of Dolphins. Sharks played 2-1 over Warri Wolves. also played. That game was played yesterday. This actually saved Dolphins, actually lifted them up from the bottom of the table to about 18th on the table. Now let's take a look at the fixtures of the games that will take place this Sunday. So many interesting games, like Larry said, and Bada, that games you look forward to in the NPFL. We'll see Bayelsa United take on Aqua United. El Kanemi will play 3FC. Eyimba FC will play Enugu Rangers. FC Fanyuba will play Abia Warriors. Giwa FC will take on Kwara United. Kano Pillars will take on Lobi Stars. FC Taraba will take on Sunshine Stars. Wiki Tourist will take on Atlanta FC.
Fantastic games we saw yesterday, particularly for Dolphins. You mentioned the fact that they've been struggling to get goals, and curiously enough, it was actually Nasarawa that actually went ahead in that game. Esusa Igbinoba, one of the revelations of this season so far. But what do we know? Dolphins came back into that game, and the first hat-trick of this season, Ifeanyi Egwim actually got 3 goals in that one. This stage last season, we had about 5 hat-tricks. If you remember, what is the Ememudok actually scored 5 goals in one game where they won 6 or 7-0. But as it stands, goals are not too common, particularly for Dolphins. So first hat-trick of the season, Ifeanyi Egwim. And then the second game, it was Sharks playing at home to Warri Wolves. Warri Wolves have actually closed the gap on the leaders. They're actually in 3rd position. And Sharks did what they had to do. Scored 2 quick goals. Kufre Ebon came in the second half to have the deficit. But Festus Allen have lifted his team from the bottom log. Today it will be duels all across the country. Yep. Sunshine will be traveling to Taraba. If there is any time Sunshine can add to the victory on the road, it is now. Taraba, everybody is Taraba in Taraba. Apart from the fact that Taraba have not been playing at their home ground, they returned them to their stadium right now. But you expect that Sunshine, if they have one victory on the road, Taraba has won just once or twice at home. But all eyes will be on the Rangers Eyimba game.
That's right. All right, before I come to Badana, the interesting thing is let's take a look at the log table. Sunshine Stars will fancy the chances, like you said, they will be licking their lips going into that game against Taraba. But it's not going to be particularly easy for Sunshine Stars. I mean, going into this particular game, they'll be playing FC Taraba. Now, this is what the log looks like. It's changed a little bit because Warri Wolves are occupying the 3rd spot right now. They won the game. They won before then, and they won a game before then. They drew at Kara United 1-1, but they lost yesterday. But still, they are in 3rd position. Ahead of Wiki Tourist on the same number of points, 33 points, but better goals difference. All right. So the beautiful thing is that they can't lose any sleep. That's talking about the likes of Eyimba and Sunshine Stars. Should they even draw points today? Sunshine Stars will want to pick maximum points, although they play away. Atlanta, Eyimba will be taking on the Rangers, so it's not going to be a stroll in the park for Enugu Rangers. So, I mean, probably might end up staying the same way at the end of the day. We never can tell. Maybe Eyimba probably will pick maximum points against Enugu Rangers. But I'm going to ask about this. Going into the second half of the season, we analyzed the first half. In going to the second half, we can't predict that it's going to be Sunshine Stars or Eyimba as it stands. I mean, we can't ignore Warri Wolves now. They're currently placed 3rd as well. What do you expect in the second half of the season?
Oh, well, the games we've seen so far have served some kind of what to expect in terms of the quality of football, in terms of the intensity of play, in terms of the sheer drama that make for a fantastic watch. And that's what you want in a league. Like you said, it's not a one-horse race. We hate to see that. Football fans all over the world don't want to see Canopilas winning, four back-to-back trophies. Even though the 3 they've won on the bounce, they have deserved. But I mean, it just gives you a feeling that it's not a competitive league when one club keeps winning it every year. And even as early as it is, we can almost say if things go to how they panned out over the last 20 weeks or so, it's not likely that Canopilas will retain their trophy. So between Sunshine, Eyimba, the Tourist, the winner would emerge. And like you said today, Sunshine on that travel will fancy their chance against the Taraba that haven't been convincing. So if they win that one and hope that Rangers do them a favor by beating Eyimba, then maybe they can establish a 3-point gap at the top. But it's by no means unassailable, which means it will be neck to neck probably till the end of the season.
All right, if you can take a look at the log table now, I'm going to ask you this: the Premiership, the leagues will resume in Europe. Do you think we're still going to enjoy crowd participation that we enjoyed all this period?
It will be affected a little bit. Let's not kid ourselves. The reason the league has enjoyed so much patronage, so much enthusiasm over the last 3 months is because all of the major leagues in Europe have been on break. Right now, today's game, Chelsea will be playing Arsenal. About the same time, Rangers will be playing Eyimba. Now, what do? Am I going to sit down at home and be flipping channels, or go to the stadium, say in Aba, to watch that game and be listening to radio to monitor what's actually happening at the Community Shield? That is where the clash of interest actually comes in. But there are die-hard typical fans who, come what may, we'll go to Ibadan to watch Shooting Stars. Right. We'll go to Akure to watch Sunshine Stars, or we'll go to Aba to watch Enyimba.
I probably listen on radio.
I'm probably listen to on radio and then watch the highlights again later to see what Chelsea and Arsenal have actually played. Okay. He was talking about Rangers doing maybe Sunshine's favor. Rangers should have done Sunshine's favor 2 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, when Enyimba visited Rangers. Enyimba defeated Rangers at Rangers in Enugu 2-1. So now Rangers is going to Aba to see what they can actually do, if they can actually give them back their own medicine. But as it stands, Enyimba is not
they're not smiling.
They're not smiling at all.
Okay, all right. Having said all that, the Sunshine Stars actually still occupy top spot. We have Enyimba in second and Warriors occupy third. At bottom four, we have Lobby, Dolphins, Bielsa, and Taraba. That's it on your screen. Lobby, Dolphins, Bielsa, and Taraba. Should the league end tomorrow? It's not going to end tomorrow until week 38 anyway. But these 4 teams will get relegated. I'm sure they still have a shouting chance of avoiding relegation. Maybe not Taraba FC, we can say.